Oh my God, Daniel Padilla, Patrick Fernando.
Daghan kaayong salamat for the full support of the Tawanusa North Mid Chapter!
It's like a dream come true for me. I never imagined my life standing here in front of you with all the wet fires. I am so happy and overwhelmed with all your support.
2022 is a great year to start for our union of all wedding suppliers in Northern Mindanao.
This is an industry na gusto natin. I believe iba-iba ang mga profession nyo. Pero mas pinili natin na ito ang trabaho natin at ito ang maging negosyo natin. Kasi mahal natin itong industriya na to.
Thank you so much, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to please do your best. Work hard lang kita because we plan that we will have another like this next year. So we are going to observe all of you, makeup artists, coordinators, event stylists. Who knows, you will be the next awardees of Wedding Supply Association of the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Ayan, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our talk show today entitled Let's Talk About Weddings in Caloocan City. I would like to introduce myself first. Of course, I am Patricia May Langria, your host this afternoon. And of course, I would like to welcome our audiences who are watching on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. I hope you are all having a great time. Okay, just to check in with our audience, comment down below or click a heart or wow reaction. Alright, so let's talk first about Caloocan, where our guest speaker for today is from. Caloocan is one of those cities in Philippines which are filled with hassle and fast-paced lifestyle. It is located in the north of Metro Manila province, with huge historical museums to ancient churches. This city reflects its rich heritage and culture through its centuries-old monuments and the exquisite architecture. Caloocan is known as the makasaysayang lungsod or historic city. Their claim of being a historic city has a basis. Of course, this was the place of Katipuneros, a secret militant society formed during the Spanish colonization in the country. That's great, right? Anyway, before we introduce our guest speaker, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors for today. Madresults, Accounting Portal Philippines, Alabang Estate Realty Directory, Mobile Palenque, Philippine Travel Expo, Philippine Virtual Expo, Philippine Workshops, Online Pasalubong Center, and Philippine Hotels Directory. If you have any questions during the show, you may type your questions in the comment section. There will be an allotted time for the question and answer portion towards the end of the program. So, let's not waste another minute. Let us introduce our guest speaker for today. She is a full-time marketing and digital professional. She's a wedding and event host, a wedding planner and coordinator at the Sassy Host. She also has an extensive background on brand, retail, and events management, media, PR, and advertising, as well as digital and e-commerce. Grabe, trust us. She is the event host that will make your event spectacular. Please welcome our speaker this afternoon, Miss Nathalie Salcedo. Let us give her a virtual round of applause.
Hello, hello. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for
Ayan.
that intro. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hello po, Miss Natalie. What a nice name naman. It's our pleasure meeting you po.
Yes, it's so
Kamusta
nice
naman
to
po
meet you too.
kayo?
Well,
Yeah.
so far, so good. So, thank you. And at least we're all talking about weddings back
Yeah.
again.
So, now let's proceed with our question and answer portion. I have some questions for you, Miss Natalie. Are you ready na po ba?
Yeah, okay, go shoot.
Ready, si Miss Natalie. Okay, first question right now, Miss Natalie. What is your current mood? Like, how are you today? Are you happy ba, excited, or kinakabahan?
Well, I'm definitely happy. Everything about weddings and events, it keeps me on the
Hmm.
way. Like, I do have a lot of stories to share. And so having this platform at the same time, it's actually pretty nice to be part of.
Kapag gusto mo talaga yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka talaga kakabahan. You're very excited
Yes.
talaga mostly.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Next question. Since we want to get to know you more, Miss Natalie, of course, please tell me or us about yourself.
Okay, so well, I'm Nathalie. I'm the sassy host. I've been doing weddings and events ever since I was in college. I've always been that someone who loves organizing events or being part of the front row. Like, I've always wanted to be a host. So parang that started everything about it. So after graduating college, I had taken my full-time job, and then still I managed to have my side hustles, which is gearing towards on weddings and then more on the hosting side of it. So that is all where it started. Though I'm still managing my full-time work in marketing, I do digital, I do e-commerce, I run different series of side hustles at the same time. So there, I think very quick intro about me.
That's really your passion po ba? Hosting?
Yeah, actually, ever since in college, I'm the type of person who wanted to volunteer as much as possible. Just to read,
Hmm.
parang alam mo yun, yung to lead a prayer, to host on particular events, yung mga school events
Very
namin. And
active.
then, yeah, it started like that. And then my friends and college barkada started getting me as their host for their debut. So
Hmm.
it's like, it's really more of that. It's me, I think, more of my passion speaking and talking.
So, ayun, napansin ko po that your business name is The Sassy Host. May meaning ba behind why is it called The Sassy or it's really your character po?
Actually, the sassy host, parang it's a combination of me being sassy. It's like sophisticated and
Yeah.
very, like, I'm very energetic, very cheerful, very bubbly, but at the same time, I still keep that certain parang formality at some point, yung very prim and proper pa din. So I think that speaks the entirety of how I really carry my events at the same time.
That's very nice kasi syempre yung name mismo nakaka-attract sa ano eh, mga clients, 'di ba?
Yeah. At the same time, it was nice to parang have that certain branding eh. Kumbaga,
Yeah, oh
people
yeah.
started calling you on it. So, it's like creating that separate branding for my hosting personality technically.
Yeah, pag sinabing the sassy, oh Miss Natalie, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next question of course. Is there any unique wedding culture in Caloocan when it comes to weddings po ba?
Unique wedding culture. Actually, I don't think there's something that sets it apart
Hmm.
from the rest of the Philippines. Parang not um not unless it's a separate or a different religion, let's say, or a particular habits of the family. But I guess in terms of the cultural talks of it, I guess it's still pretty much the same as to other areas that I've been hosting and I've been organizing as well.
It's really depend po talaga sa client.
Yes,
It's not,
definitely. Well, for me, it's really
okay.
more on the client side, their preferences,
Mm,
what they wanted to include or not, or it depends on particular traditions. Eh. Like, let's say,
yeah.
ginanap siya here in Manila, ginanap here in Caloocan, but then yung family is from this side of the country in the Philippines, so parang they wanted to adopt it here. So we adjust
Yeah.
based on those preferences definitely from the client side.
Okay. So, how's the business naman when it comes to the wedding industry, especially weddings in Caloocan mostly?
Mm-mm. Well, actually, I believe it's not just a me problem, but then when the pandemic
Mm,
hits, diba, parang the entire wedding industry was really shaken up. It was actually, I
yeah.
even had that thought of na parang, can I skip or can I end my full-time job and then focus on the wedding industry? Because it's really booming. Like, I've been getting a lot
Mm-mm.
of clients. I've been doing it on a side hustle and then I've been getting a lot of requests. Yung parang, okay, parang kaya ko na to eh yung ganon. I even had that in mind. But then when the pandemic hit, it actually shifted a lot of priorities and we had to really parang look into other possibility and income definitely. So I'm just really happy that despite all of those, my clients that were booked were still there. Kumbaga, we just had
Mm-mm.
parang change in the schedule, sobrang lipat-lipat lang, which is totally understandable. And I didn't actually ask for any parang additional fees on that because I believe it's really a pandemic issue for everyone. So everyone's really adjusting
Yeah.
to it, which is ganun talaga. So there, actually it was pretty siguro pag naglalay low yung lockdown and then bumaba yung cases, bumabalik na yung industry. And then it's happy enough and very fortunate enough that I'm still getting a lot of bookings and inquiries. Still, kahit matagal pa yung iba or yung mga movements from yung mga months na walang weddings at all is talagang sunod-sunod naman sila pagka dumadagsa. So,
Dumaan. Yeah.
there. Actually, it was December, yung parang biglang, okay, buhos ulit eh. Diba? Parang start tayo ulit ng which is nice.
Okay. So, is there ano po ba? May mga specific request po ba yung mga client when it comes to hosting? Kung meron, what is the most requested ng client niyo mostly po?
Actually, in terms of requests, it depends on the type of personality of the couple. I usually make
Mm.
it to a point to ask what type of guests are they getting? Like parang okay ba sa kanila yung sobrang masyadong lively, sobrang cheerful and
Lively,
everything?
joyful.
Or diba, sobrang playful and all, do you want me to be like that? Or parang medyo ano tayo dito, like medyo traditional yung family, so medyo toned down, medyo ano lang, simple lang, hindi masyadong rowdy yung dating and all. So, ganun. I think it depends on that also. But then siguro yung request, since pandemic, there are a lot of changes. Eh. Like, let's say, in terms of the games, hindi na yung sobrang
Mm,
dikit-dikit
mm.
na mga games natin and all. Eh. So, parang we have to innovate and think of how do we include all of those guests and still have fun. Like, yung hindi masyadong sobrang dikit-dikit and we still manage to do all those social distancing, also taking care na, kumbaga, for safety of everyone. So, yung mga ganun.
Depende pa rin po talaga na sa mga client lahat. Lahat
Yes,
ng
yes.
mga gagawin.
Oo,
Yeah, okay. So,
we always make it to a point na we ask them, kumbaga, okay, ito yung mga options, and then if you want to go, edi okay. Kung hindi, di sige, let's innovate, let's suggest other factors naman and all. So, yun.
okay. So, nabanggit natin kanina about the pandemic. As you can see, Miss Natalie, as a result of pandemic, several businesses talaga are struggling, di ba? So, my question is, what are the adjustments you have made to adapt to our new normal setting?
In terms of adopting to the new normal setting, syempre I've been into a lot of live events, on-ground events when I'm hosting. So, nawala lahat ng mga on-ground activation natin. And that translates into virtual events. Nagkaroon ng mga more on live, online streaming and all that. So, it's really a matter of how do you adjust in that type of adjustment. So, in terms of technology, maayos ba yung, do you have a nice mic? Do you have a nice camera in front of you? Like, can you do the hosting even inside the comfort of your home? Diba? Yung parang ganun. You have to strengthen all those resources na hindi natin sa masyadong naisip before. So, yun, since I really have to innovate and still accept a lot of clients. And then at the same time, I do voiceover recordings. Dumami yung demands in terms of live, video materials. So I think it's how you manage to use your talents and resources at the same time para ma-maximize din, diba? So and then another thing, I guess, in terms of adjustment, yung mga meetings with the client, it all resulted to Zoom meetings compared to before na, okay, lahat tayo, we're all meeting on ground, we're having coffee, we're having lunch and dinners just to discuss the program. So ngayon, it's all virtual. So I guess yun. For me, I think it's still a good thing because we try to innovate as much as we can. And then, parang since we adopted to this type of changes, we can't move backwards na eh. Diba? So parang, how do we use this, parang new innovation?
New normal.
Oo, the new normal itself. Like pag wedding, may Zoom na, may mga recordings na for those who can't, So you try to be as much as possible, be interactive as well dun sa mga nanonood. You also, parang okay, shout out dun sa mga ganyan. So, di ba, parang nagkaroon ng additional avenue yung yung ating industry ngayon, which is nice.
Grabe nga yung transition, no? Parang before pandemic, super talaga eh. Marami ng mga restrictions now, of course. And good kasi, efficient pa rin lahat and successful lahat ng events. Tama naman naman.
Yes.
Sassy. Yeah, of course. Next question. What surprised you the most po about your job?
What surprised me most about my job, it's actually the fact that I don't feel like I'm working when I'm hosting or when I'm organizing events. It's actually pretty fun kasi it sets it separately from what I do on a full-time basis eh. Like I'm very focused on marketing, branding, and the computers eh. Kumbaga very into it not ako. And then when I do hosting, it's like very casual. It's like going with the flow. Ang bilis lang niya. Like it's so fun na parang okay, lalabas ako and then I make sure that I'm ready, everyone's happy in the event, in the wedding, and it's fun. Na parang it's really a fulfilling type of job. So that really is something that I'm very much happy about.
Yeah, hindi talaga nakakapagod if it's really like what you are, if you really like what you are doing.
Yes, definitely.
So, baka may mga nanonood sa atin, aspiring hosts. Do you have any tips on how to become a better host po ba? Or what is the first step on becoming a better host?
For me, I think it always started with an idea. Like, parang, do you want to start this type of career? Do you want to start this type of side hustle? Because when I started it isn't actually really planned. Parang it's more of, uy, mag-host ka naman, or ikaw naman yung maganda. So parang you have, as a first timer, like you have to take all that opportunity to really build that type of networks and just to parang like place yourself in front of everyone na, uy, I'm capable of this, na I can do this and that. So, doon. And then I started with having no talent fee basically. So, I'm just doing everything for free. So, when I started creating my page, yung ano ko, when I started creating yung visibility ko, lahat ng pictures ko doon, lahat ng portfolio ko doon, were just all from free. Parang free events lang. So, I just had to make sure that I compile it all together. And then, yun, luckily, when I had my first parang profitable, like yung talagang paid account, that is all where it started everything. Parang nagkaroon na ako ng one portfolio and then one after the other. And then tuloy-tuloy na siya. So there, I think it's really about a proper mindset. Like if you want to do something, you just have to start somewhere at some point.
Do you have team na po ba? Like, team with sa event? You have a
Actually,
team?
in term when I'm hosting, it's actually basically just me. Pero when I do wedding planning and coordination, I do on the day coordination pa rin. So I do have a set of freelancer teams as well. So yun, I source them out depending kung they're also keen into weddings, they want new experiences, they're students who wanted to gain this and that. Kasi like me, I also started just like that. So why not give opportunity to those who wanted to experience as well, diba? So yun.
Yeah. So for the last question, throughout the process of a successful life, Miss Natalie, may mga taong naging rason kung bakit tayo nandito ngayon. So, Miss Natalie, who are the people you want to thank for where you are now po?
I guess I would really be thankful for all those clients who started believing in me without that much of a portfolio, without that much of like yung mga recommendations from other people. It's really the trust of those people who started it. And then continuously, I guess all the partners that I'm in touch with kahit ngayon, hanggang ngayon, all those wedding planners, other suppliers that I've created like a certain circle and then more on networking eh. So parang they're also the reason why I'm booming, that I'm still having bookings and a job at the same time. So it's really that. And definitely all the clients that I had as well, for those who parang who believed in it and who had fun at the same time, na natuwa sila in terms of my performance. So they started suggesting me as well to their friends, their families. So I think all of those are really something that I'm very much happy. So I would really like to thank everyone for that. You're on mute na.
Sorry po. Okay. Since you are a full-time marketing, also a digital professional, you have a lot of work. It is very exhausting po ba? Or not? Nababalance niyo po siya ng maayos, schedule, like that po?
Actually, it's really my full-time job. It's really tedious. It's very time-consuming, and similar with wedding planning, diba? It's really tedious at the same time. Sobrang dami niyang time na i-consume. But I guess what I'm very much proud of is my time management skills. I'm very much organized. Like I'm very parang calendar type of person ako eh. So I make sure that my full time, my side hustles, I had to set it aside. Like I have to plan it properly in advance para hindi ako nabibigla. And I get to manage it all at the same time. Kasi without one apart from the other, mapabore ako eh. Parang asaya kasi ng mix niya right now and I'm enjoying it. And then I think just as long as I can manage and balance both of those areas, I'm still good.
Time management talaga is very important, no? Especially if you have a lot of work to do, if you have a lot of professions like you. Yeah. So
Yes,
so
yes.
we're done with the question and answer portion for Miss Natalie. Miss Natalie, the stage is yours. Please promote your business po.
Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful
Very
platform. Diba? So, by the way, again, I'm Nathalie. I'm the sassy host. I've been doing weddings, events, online, voiceover recording. So, if you need any help in terms of that, just don't forget to beat me or DM me on my personal FB page. So, that's at the sassy host, Nathalie Salcedo. So, there.
Thank you, Miss Natalie. It's so fun talking to you po.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Natalie, for giving us some of your precious time today with wonderful stories and tips and very inspiring insights. But we are not done yet. Let's just have a quick commercial break.
We spend our time falling out of line 'cause we know time won't change a thing. We spend our lives counting all the lights of the night 'cause they won't stay forever. When forever ends, we will not end. Time won't change a thing. Let us stop time for a little while, 'cause maybe we might stay here forever.
Hi again there. What a nice commercial. I hope our audience was able to take notes and, of course, learn from today's speaker. Today's speaker. Ayan, thank you so much to our dear guest speaker this afternoon, Miss Natalie. For the acknowledgement of your participation, an e-certificate will be given to you. This certificate is proudly presented to Ms. Nathalie Salcedo for imparting valuable knowledge during the Let's Talk About Weddings in Caloocan as a guest speaker on February 5, 2022. Thank you again, Ms. Nathalie Salcedo, for your time, and I hope you also enjoyed our talk show this afternoon. Again, we would like to thank the following sponsors for this WSUP Updates event. Accounting Portal Philippines, Alabang Estate Realty Directory, Mobile Palenque, Philippine Travel Expo, Philippine Virtual Expo, Philippine Workshops, Online Pasalubong Center, and Philippine Hotels Directory. Thank you for supporting our event. Before we end today's event, please watch out for our next episode later at 5 p.m. with Mr. Mike Acuña and on February 7 at 2 p.m. with Mr. Rester Capulong. We would also like to promote the Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines Incorporated membership. Be a proud member. If you're still not a member, what are you waiting for? Visit our main Facebook page and directly message us for your inquiries. Thank you everyone for watching.